Well, we made it to Friday, everyone, which means the Orioles are back home here at Camden Yards. But that also means that it's down on the farm Friday. And we're going to take a look at the top performers at each of the Orioles affiliates this week. Let's do it. At AAA Norfolk, we have a name for you that maybe you haven't heard a ton of because he's not a top prospect in the organization and he's a new addition to the farm system this year, Jeremiah Jackson. The O's signed the 2018 second rounder to a minor league deal this offseason, and while he's listed as a second baseman, Jackson's played games at second, third, short, and a game at both left and right field this year. In addition to his defensive versatility, he's hitting over 300 on the season and had a particularly impressive week at the plate, which included 3 multi-hit games, 3 homers, and 6 RBIs. Now at AA this week, Trace Bright had arguably his best start of the season. He threw 5 scoreless innings against Altoona on Tuesday, striking out 8 and only allowing 1 hit and 1 walk. Bright is Baltimore's 26th ranked prospect according to MLB Pipeline. Anderson De Los Santos led the week at High A Aberdeen with 6 hits over 6 games, driving in 4 runs and swiping 3 bases. The O's signed the shortstop out of the Dominican Republic in 2021, and in his 3rd season stateside, his numbers continue to trend upward. The guy we're looking at this week at Single A Delmarva is Nate George, the O's 16th round pick last year. He had 7 hits in 6 games this week and is responsible for driving in 3 of the Shorebirds' runs. He's batting over 300 in his first professional season with a .413 on-base percentage and a .933 OPS. And wrapping things up for us this week in the Florida Complex League, we have to highlight Jose Mejia's 3-hit, 5 RBI game on Monday, which included a grand slam for his 2nd homer of the year. The O's signed Mejia out of the Dominican 2 years ago. Now, we can't talk about this week down on the farm without mentioning Kyle Bradish's return to the mound last night. He threw 2 innings for High A Aberdeen, striking out 4 and only walking 1, but most importantly, the stuff looked really good. The fastball velocity touched 97, and he said he felt really good after the start. So all really good news for Kyle Bradish and the Orioles rotation. But that's going to do it for this week's edition of Down on the Farm Friday. And follow along with all of the Orioles affiliates this week to see who we'll talk about next.